Woohoo! This is the death of Wimbledon as far as I'm concerned.
And the local businessman who made it happen walked on water.
Maybe it was the right or wrong way for Milton Keynes to find its football, but find its football it has, and we've kicked the ball today.
Welcome back to Big Herb the Nerd and today's episode of the Winkerman Way, where we start season 4 in the Championship. Season 3 in the Championship. We got promoted first season. We got playoff final second season. Just missed out on the playoffs by 1 point last season. Very disappointing. Today we are back. We are pushing for playoffs. And we've signed a lot of players again. We've signed loads of players. We're still within wage budget. All in on freeze. And yes, we'll be going through them right now, as well as our first game of the Championship season against Birmingham at home. Birmingham, who we've failed to beat a few times now, and who should be really promotion contenders alongside them, hopefully us. Our odds this season, that's the word I'm looking for, odds, instead of being 1,000 to 1, we're like 350 to 1, so we've predicted 15th by the media. Last year it was 20th, I believe. We end up coming 8th. So the media are backing us a little bit more this season, but not too much, which is good. I like coming from the outside. We had a good off-season. We played some big teams to try and make some money. So we played United, obviously, because we have the partnership with them. We played Chelsea, Arsenal as the big teams to make some money. We also played some local teams. Leighton Buzzard, Dunstable, Newport Pagnell. I actually played half a season in the reserves for Newport Pagnell one time. Came to fame. And yeah, but we did well. We got beaten by Man United and Chelsea. We drew 4-4 with Fulham. That was a bit dodgy. We then beat Chester 2-1. Drew with Arsenal 0-0. That was a good game. And then Port Vale and Charlton, we both won there. Did let in goals though, so a bit vulnerable in defence. Obviously smashed these smaller teams. But looking good. But we will move now onto the transfers, as I'm sure you will love to see who we've brought in. So we still have... Oh, quick, go back. We still have 136k of our budget remaining, transfer budget, and a wage budget of 27,000 still available if needs be. I don't think we're going to use it. We've probably got too big a squad as it is. I got a little bit carried away. So if we look at the outs first, we got rid of Cisse. Man, we tried to find a placement, didn't we, in that ball midfielder. We've now moved away from that role. We couldn't quite get him to work. He's now moved on. He's gone to Gillingham. We got 75k for him. He's 29. I mean, we made some money. That was good for me. But yeah, Cisse is gone. I've probably liked him more than I should have. He was not as good as I made him out to be. Matt Mills has gone out on a free from Notts County. He was hating on me. He's 34 now. We just thought, get rid of him. Get him out, because he was a bit of a rotten egg. Him and Rooney were throwing the team against me late last year. So he has gone out on a free to Notts County. Giorgio Razzulo, I was hoping was going to be good for us. That could come good. He was an attacking midfield centre, which we didn't play. We tried to play it in there with Rooney. It didn't quite work. It didn't quite improve enough. So I thought, let's try and cash on him. Again, 75k. He's worth more than that. But we got a bit of money for a player that's been here from the beginning. And he's out as well. So yeah, shame, because I was hoping that he would turn into something for us. Peter Pollett's gone. Very, very good season for us, the first season. He's 29 now, so should be in his peak. But when I played him last year, didn't have the necessary stats. If you look, his crossing is only 11, dribbling 10. He was good in League One, never quite made it in the Championship. So he's gone out. 275,000 we managed to sell him for, which is pretty good, I think. Gone to Fleetwood. We then loaned out a couple of players. Lavina, who was the right back. He's a very good right back. We decided to let him go out on loan because we've got Britton and Williams. No point keeping the third, especially when he's got so much talent. Griffiths, another good youngster, gone out on loan to Bangor City. Kieran Agard, we've just got rid of for 250,000. It was a bargain. Cardiff have picked him up, so we got to watch, because he'll be back to bite us in the arse. The 30-year-old winger, again, crossing 10. His finishing was good, but when I've got better strikers now, and we've got better wingers. With Kai coming in on the right, he didn't really have a place anymore. So I thought, get him off the wage books, get him out, because we don't need him. So he's gone over to Cardiff for 250. And then we've loaned out again 2 of our youngsters. One of them being a new guy, Jordan Maguire-Drew, but we'll have a look at him later. Both going out to Port Vale. So that's the outs for the season. A few of the older guys go in. We've still got some around. Rooney did retire as well, so he technically isn't out. Now, if we have a look at the ins, you'll see we spent no money. And we've signed a bucket ton of players. I've turned the director of football off from buying youngsters now, because he got one in. He got Pat Crane in. I'll show you Pat Crane. We've been through him before. But he hasn't signed many since. And a lot of the reports that were coming through were just saying, you know, the fans were a bit miffed because this player probably wasn't going to become a first team player, would only be peripherals. And I thought, you know what, let's stop him doing that and filling the team up, because I can do that. And I went through the free transfers, and I did it myself anyway. So I've signed a lot of these guys. But that's what I'll be doing now, is at the end of each season, trying to pick up those freebies that have got good potential, bring them in, loan them out, and then if we can make some money from 1 or 2 years down the line, we will do that. Because like I said, this team needs to make money. So the first one is Cameron Walker. Is this one of the ones I brought in? No. Poacher in attack, though. Not too bad. Let's find the ones I brought in. Daniel Bartlett. Was this one? No, I didn't bring this guy in either. Another one, 2.5 star. This is why I stopped him doing it. When I signed off 3 or 4 of them, I got annoyed. Now, this one was brought in by me. Lewis Morgan. What a buy he is. He is a guy that I got for about 100 something K on my Middlesbrough save. He bossed it. Got the top assists in the Premier League in my Twitch TV Middlesbrough save. I thought, I've got to bring him in. I know I've got Bandinelli on the left, but this guy is 23. Can play both sides. Plays much better on the left. Stats-wise, just fairly solid looking. He's got good finishing, good first touch, crossing and dribbling, quick, got good pace and stamina as well, so he'll keep going. Good work rate, good determination, passing's good, technique's good. All the, you know, the good signs for a winger. 13 long shots as well. I love him as a left winger. I could not let him go for free to anybody else. So we have Bandinelli, but we've got Morgan to play in behind us. We've got 2 very good left mids. That did mean that we didn't really have a place for Adekane, but I've got a plan for him. That's Morgan. Right, another one of mine. Josh Cullen. Obviously, Josh Cullen, we had the option to buy him for $500,000. We were umming and ahhing. Do we want him? Do not want him? He then got released by West Ham. So he was sat on the free. He's great box to box. Good Carolero Mazzala, that sort of supportive role. We've got Gilby in there, and I thought, you know what? Let's bring someone in. Gilby is, how old is Gilby now? He's going to be 29? 25? Oh, Gilby's only 25. Jesus. Did not realise that. But we're going to have 2 very, very good central midfielders in that role. So we've got Gilby and Cullen. I couldn't let him go. He's on 7k a week, so he's not cheap for us wage budget-wise. He's worth 1.9 million, though. And his stats are just good. Just got fairly decent stats across the board. Good determination, good work rate. Very good physically. Across the board, good technically. So I had to bring him in. So he's come in now as a backup central midfielder, which has, again, caused a little bit of a shift around in midfield. We also brought in the legend that is Sam Baldock, the MK Dons legend. So this guy started at the club when they were formed, and he's played for. I remember actually seeing him playing a couple of games. But yeah, then he had his move for 1.8 million to West Ham when they were in the Championship. Didn't really work out for him. Then moved on to Bristol City and then on to Brighton. If you look, he was a Championship, like League One and Championship. He's been getting goals, or was getting goals for a couple of seasons. Even in the Championship for Brighton, was picking up a few goals here and there. And he is a club legend, so I thought I've got to bring him back. I then signed more strikers, which means he probably won't play that many games, but I couldn't let him just drop off. I thought, bring him back another club legend. We've only got about 4. The next one I can do is Dele Alli, and we've got to wait a bit of time for him to retire. So Sam Baldock came in up front. Another guy we brought in, Robbie Diaz, 20-year-old centre-back. Thought he was going to have good potential. He's only going to be at 4 stars. I saw the 12 heading, 13 marking, 11 tackling. Just thought, as a defensive centre-back, he's got enough of the stats. The mentals will need to be improved, but they'll come with age. Brought him in. He can go out on loan. We'll see what happens there. Okay, here's another one that I've brought in. Maeta. Again, 3.5 star. I think it was possibly 4 when he was in on trial. 14 finishing, 14 first touch, 14 for acceleration, 13 agility. Very good poacher. Again, someone we can bring in. He's 20 years old. We can loan him out. If he doesn't make it, he doesn't make it. He started life at PSG, then went to Leicester for a couple of years. Hasn't played an appearance yet. He'll be out on loan from us, for us, and we'll see how he gets on. But I'm trying to fill the under-23s and under-18s with at least guys with the potential ability, which is something that my director of football wasn't doing. Daniel Kemp's just been brought in, potential 4.5 star. This guy looks real good. Plays mainly, he actually plays as a striker, I think, inside forward on the right. Could be better, crossing wise, probably would be better trained through the middle. We don't play someone through the middle now, but he will go into the 23s. We'll go out on loan. We'll see if we can farm him off to someone. Very good. Determination could be high. Good work rate, though. Good mentals in some of these areas, especially for an inside forward with flair. I do like that. And yeah, quick. So I thought, all round, not a bad guy. Come from West Ham as well, I think. Yeah. And I like to see my West Ham youngsters be picked up by someone. So I picked them up. Guy that I am very excited about is Adam Armstrong. Picked him up, 23-year-old. So I thought he was older, but he's not. He played for Newcastle and was on loan. Essentially, I played for Newcastle as a youngster. Was out on loan, got 20 goals for Coventry in League One. And then went out to and did a bit of a duff season at Barnsley. Played for Blackburn, got 13 goals. Played for Bolton in League One, got 15 goals. So scored goals in League One. Scored 4 goals in 15 appearances in the Championship for Forest last season. Was going for free. And I just thought, you know what? He looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Quick, very quick. Good pace. Can play as a poacher, so can play with Osman. With Osman being the more creative, a bit slower now. And yeah, 14 finishing, 12 first touch. Just fairly good across the board. And we'll see how he gets on. We're hoping he's going to get us a bucket load of goals. But yeah, very, very excited about Adam Armstrong. Another striker I brought in, Daniel Aguiyi. Who knows? Very strong target man. We don't really play a target man, but he can play in him as a poacher as well. Offers us something on the wings, which is also very useful. Can play it as a winger out on the left fairly well. It's only got crossing 9, but at least he can sub out there. And then if we played him in as an inside forward on the right, again, got good stats. A very versatile guy, 23-year-old. Was going to play him first, then got Adam Armstrong, and I got Baldock as well. This guy, I probably could have got away with not signing. He was the last one I think I brought in, but he looked fairly decent. I thought, you know what, let's go for it. If he works, he works. If he doesn't, we can sell him on. It's not like we need to worry too much. But yeah, as you can see, he comes in to a very full attacking, a set of attacking options now. And coming into the last couple now that we bought just, for shits and gigs. Martin Samuelson, another West Ham youngster. He's been around the block a little bit. His potential wasn't great. It was like 64 rated, but he's got good finishing, good dribbling, good acceleration, can play through the middle. Again, another one that's naturally a winger, but not very good at crossing. So probably will play best through the middle with these stats he's got here. Maybe a shadow striker. Yeah, looks like a shadow striker. We're going to bring him in. We're going to loan him out, see if he can go and do something. We don't play an attacking midfield centre, so I just wanted to make sure I could give him the best opportunity to try and progress, seeing as he is a little West Ham youngster. One of the guys we spoke about, he's already gone out on loan. Jordan Maguire-Drew, again, another striker, probably best as a winger. Winger left, winger right, but also plays through the middle. Good crossing, good dribbling. Finishing's good as well. Probably is why I'd play him out on the wide and have him coming in on attack. Quick, work rate could be better. Determination definitely could be better. Thought we'd give him a punt. He's 22, so on the top side of when they have potential, I like to bring them in at a max of 20 because once they're 22, you're thinking, okay, by 24, 25, they should be in the first team. Otherwise, they're never going to hit their potential. Will he get there? Who knows? But we've brought him in anyway. We've sent him out on loan. Nothing gained or nothing ventured, nothing lost. And last guy we've brought in is Josh Grant. We ummed and ahed about another defender. I had Josh Pask, who's another West Ham reject. He was going to come in, and I cancelled it to bring this guy in instead because he's only at 2-star, where Pask had 2.5, I think, and Pask had the potential to be 3.5. This guy could get up to 4.5 if he has the right tutoring, I think. So he's a defensive centre back. As a centre back on defend, which is what we play him as, he needs to improve in his technicals, but they're easier to improve than the other side. He's very quick. He's got very good natural fitness. Work rate's 11, determination 16. He has the stats that should lead him to making his potential. That's what I'm hoping for. His aggression's low. His anticipation and bravery need to be increased a bit. Concentration decisions. Again, they're not bad considering he is only 21. So we brought him in. He's going to be back up. He's not going to go out on loan. So we will send out Amankoa. He is my hot prospect. He's at 2 stars as well. I was going to play him, but with Walsh, Wootton, Jackson, I needed one more. I'm going to bank that Grant will stay and Amankoa will go out on loan. It'd be one way round. Amankoa, I think, needs the game time. He hasn't quite got all the stats there. He's got some better ones, but also Grant, I think, will turn out to be the better guy. He also can play across, not great across the back line, but he can play across the back line. So also he's someone that's very good to have on your bench because he can cover all positions across defence. So that's the plan. Keep Grant in, let Amankoa go out. But that's the signings. Let's have a look at the squad then. Let's have a look at the tactic. So this is what we're going to go for this season. Or this is at least what we're going to start with this season. It's a 4-2-2-2 or 4-4-2, depending on how you're looking at it. I've got the wingers on attack. We have the ability to put them on counter. I'm playing on support, sorry. I'm going to play on counter because I want teams to attack us. And what we find is the wingers actually do play as a 4-4-2 on counter. They play slightly deeper. And then we get the ball attack, and we've always got two guys up front. You look at the rollability, the only place we're really looking to lack is that central defence. I'm hoping Jackson improves this season. I'm going to give him the game time. We've got Walsh on the bench. And like I say, we've got... where has he gone? Oh, I need to bring him up. Josh Grant, who may sit in for Walsh. And Walsh may actually not even be on the bench this season. So we'll see how we go. We've got Kai obviously out on the right. Bandinelli on the left. Adekane will now be a right winger on inside forward. So he was my backup left winger. I'm now, because I've got Morgan, thinking he needs to play here. His long shots need improving, but as an inside forward on support or attack, let's put him on attack, he has the stats that need. Dribbling, good. Finishing, 11. First touch, 13. He's very quick. He's got that flair stat, which will be very helpful. Off the ball, 13. Vision, 12. Technique, passing. He's got very good stats as an inside forward. So we're going to train him as an inside forward, play him as backup to Kai, and have him cut inside wherever he can. He played it in the preseason a bit, and I liked what I saw from him. So that's what we're going to go for, because he is only left footed. And we'll see, that's then our backup. So we have Morgan and Adekane on the bench. I do need your guys' help. I'm going to post this up on Twitter as well. Pat Crane. This is one of our best prospects, right? He's at 2.5 star at the moment. He could play. He's got very good first touch. He's got very good, like, average stats across the middle. Not great defensively. He is in as either a midfield centre, a winger, plays best as an attacking midfielder or a striker. Obviously, we don't play attacking midfielders. I feel like we now have enough strikers, and he'd be a waste at striker, right? Because the composure and concentration is not there, even at advanced forward. So I'm thinking midfield centre. Now, do we go for an advanced playmaker? Do we put him in as a box-to-box? He's got crap tackling, but we could improve that. Do we go deep line playmaker? I feel like he's wasted at, because it doesn't. His stats are more going forward. So how do we train this guy? How do we bring him in and get the most out of him? He's 18 at the moment. I want to keep him in and around the first team. I don't know where to play him. So that's my problem at the moment. So I need you guys to have a look. I'm going to post that out on Twitter. So get over to Big Head Nerd on Twitter. Have a look at his stats in more detail. Where should we train him as? I know he should be playing through the middle. Probably got very good stats for a shadow striker. But I don't play that role. So do I train him there and not play him? Maybe loan him out? Or do we do something else with him? That's one for you guys. But this is roughly the team we're going to go with. Will Diggs on the bench. Young Josh, I thought he was going to play this season, but I've bought better guys, unfortunately. Will Diggs now sitting as third best. He has got very good potential, though. Better than Daniel, our guy. So we'll see what we do there. I think I want to keep Will Diggs on the bench, give him that time. And then our guy can maybe play backup. Bulldog probably won't play that often at all now. Upson's dropped out as well. McRandall's, I think, is going to drop out. I think I'm going to go with Gilby and Aneke in the middle, with then Josh Cullen to back up Gilby, and Pat Crane maybe is the deep line playmaker to back up Aneke, who he could be in as an advanced playmaker necessarily. We'll see how that goes. But I think this is the team I'm going to go for. I've chatted enough in this episode. So let's get a game underway. Let's kick off this campaign. Like I said, we're playing on counter because we want the teams to... We think the team's going to come at us a bit. They know what we're about now. This is our third season in the Championship. I want to have them attack and us hit them on the break within a very attacking formation, which was working well, but the problem with my off-season, it was a bit split. So I need to make sure defensively we're solid as well. So we'll see how that happens. Maybe we need to change up some of these roles. So Birmingham are the first opponents. Let's go for an assertive. Do it for the fans. Let's get out there and see how it's going. Check on key highlights we are. First game at home. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, first highlight is 24 minutes in. I'm interested to see whether playing the wingers on attack is going to catch us out here, because they were staying very far forward. So I might have to drop them onto support. Just as a note straight away. Oh, Hamer makes a great save there. See, we didn't bring another goalie in. We were looking at the Leeds backup goalie, the Summit Peacock. He didn't get released in the end, which I thought he was. I didn't want to pay compensation. But we may have to look at, in January, just keeping an eye out on a goalie, a young goalie that can play back up to Ben Hamer. and come in once he looks to retire. He's getting a little bit older now, and compared to the rest of the team, he isn't as good. Obviously, he's better than Beanie. But Gilby here into Bandinelli. Let's see if we can build this up. What a ball. Osman Sow. First goal of the new season. Goes to Mr. Osman Sow. Who else is it going to be, eh? This man has been topped as the top goal scorer again. He's in the odds. You're not going to get good odds on this guy, but good to see. We brought on all these new players. And it was a Bandinelli ball over the top to Osman. Boom. Puts it away. 1-0. I like here again. Williams the ball into Kai now to Osman Sow. I like having the two guys up front. Armstrong now. First touch we see from Mr. Armstrong now. Adam Armstrong. He puts it away. 2-0 up. That is crazy football here. So Williams here with a throw in. Kai first touch into Osman. This is what I've been looking for. He's a front two partnership. And I think the advance forward and the poacher works. Gives Osman the ability to drop around and do what he usually does. He set up a lot of goals, remember, over those seasons he was scoring. He might be scoring 30, but he was setting up 15 whilst he was doing that. So I want a striker who can play with him, get on into those balls. Kai now, Bandinelli. Armstrong again. Wow. It's 3-0 against Birmingham here. A team that I thought were going to be a difficult first opponent. We have come out all guns blazing. I was going to drop the guys back. You can see what I was going for here as well. By having the wingers on attack, they all come forward. And it's just making sure that the fullbacks fill in and help these midfield two out. But this has been crazy. Maybe we stick with it. We stick with the attack and we go for the we will score more goals than you. And the beauty of it is we're on counter as a formation as well. Oh, we're going down in the box. No pen. Gilby. Wooten. Jesus, it's 4-0. I mean, our off-season was good, but we were playing against crap teams. Or when we played against the big teams, we got smashed. I wasn't expecting this as the first game of the season. Bandinelli, ball in. Cleared. Terrible clearance. Gilby gets it down to the byline. Puts the ball across the back. And Wooten getting the goal. Here we have it in. Now Birmingham coming forward. Jota into Davis. To Kiefenbeld? Jesus. Colin, that's an easier name. Jota now into Adams. Are they going to come forward? Colin. Ball inside. Absolutely left him for dead. That Kiefenbeld. That's what we've got to watch. Because we can get caught out here. How did that even occur? So Adams here, look, he's just strolled right through the middle. You've gone forward, Jackson. Wooten is in no man's land. And Neke's not covering. No, Wooten was in no man's land and Jackson came out. Right, we just need to make sure we watch. Let me just have a look at the defenders. Are they on close down less? They are on close down less. I've got to be careful. I've got the guy. I'm going to use tight marking. I've got it on counter. I've got it on structured as well. So it is a way that we haven't really played. It's kind of going back to how I played the Arsenal Invincibles tactic. If you saw that Arsenal Invincibles save I did earlier in the year, they played a bit like this. Very separate attack from defence. Defence were there to do their job and defend, and attack were there to do their job and score. I'm kind of going for that sort of approach because we have a lot of attacking players. So let's give him a little save. I'm very don't get complacent. Look stressed. Jackson, don't look stressed, mate. Assertive. Very happy. And assertive. I'm very happy. Good. Sort it down. Get the second half underway. You will also note that we have Josh Hyman. So I don't remember extending his loan mid-season, but apparently I did. So we've actually got to the end of next season. So when I tried to extend it again, they were like, whoa, we're going to give him a chance in the first team. It wasn't for this season, it was for next. So with that hole we had at left back, was immediately filled. We've got him in. He's still got that morale problem. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get rid of it. I was hoping he'd go and that would get rid of it. But now he's here, I can't not play him. So we'll see. So we've kept Josh Hyman. So we've got very good defence. It's just whether we can get those centre-backs to play well together. As Birmingham come forward now, they're building up nicely. Adams, and they've scored again. That's 4-2. That is not good defending from my guys here. Now Adams here, plays back to Davis. There's more than enough defensive players here. They're just playing short football, and then around the corner, Jackson there, not doing a good job. We've got to watch him, because I want to give him game time, but not at the expense of my team falling behind. We will push the line up. Go for a normal defensive line. I dropped it back slightly because I thought we'd be on the counter. But actually, let's keep it normal. Because we're inviting the attack a little bit too much. What a ball there from Aneke. Out to Bandinelli. Cuts it back. I do like Chucks as well in that deep line playmaker role. Kai here. Can he put a ball in? He goes back to Williams. Chucks now. Tries again. Fails. Let's see. How are they going to counter? Whoa, they've gone for one big ball. Can you get there, Williams? No. Don't let him cut back. Oh, my God. That was a dangerous tackle. Throwing himself in like that at the box. Jesus. Osman now. Armstrong. Oh, he's at the bar. I'm hoping Armstrong has a good... And I saw him come in. I didn't think much of him when I looked at the stats. And then saw his rating in the team. And Neko had a terrible shot. I was like, oh, this guy might be not half bad, I tell you. And, yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be that way. Kind of annoying because I played Joshua Wildig, the youngster, for the first couple of pre-season games. He did well. It wasn't outstanding, but he did well. And then my need to bring in better players rather than just let the youth play on. I really want to push and definitely have a comfortable playoff position this season. Giving away the ball there. That was bad. Are they going to come forward? They have come forward. Don't let them score again. Oh, good. That would have been 4-3. Which is what happened when we played teams of our level in the pre-season. Is that there was a lot of goals going in both ends. 65 minutes now. Kai. Bad ball. Right. Williams. Gets inside to Soap. No. They're doing a very good job of actually cutting us down. 50-50 possession. And then they're coming away on the counter. Even though we are the counter team. Shit. 4-3. Now this is interesting. Because they have really come back into this. We've let in 3 goals, which is terrible. But they've all been kind of the same goal. We've let them just come on and attack us. Even though we've got defenders there. That shouldn't be happening. Put get stuck in on. And you know what? We'll play on retain possession. Let's keep the ball. We've got a lead here. We shouldn't be giving this up. Timing's having an absolute shocker, as usual. Let's make those subs then. Let's get Josh off. Oh, I didn't bring the left back with me. Callum Britton on. Okay. No one else is playing that badly. We'll put on Cullen in for Gilby. Right, it looks like our highlight, but can we keep the ball? Chucks. Back to Jackson. My worry is that, yeah, when we get ahead, because we've got a lot of players forward, that when we give it away, we've not got enough defensive power there. Cleftenbauer. Jesus, they've come forward again. Not another cross goal, please. Good slide there, Callum. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to drop these guys back to support. Because, do you know what? They don't need to be far forward now. We don't need to go out. They can play more as a flat 4-4-2. And you will see I've only got the one tactic at the moment. Because I want to do these tweaks in game. See what works. See how we can, like, sort of hold out a game. Come on, Bandinelli, man. No! And then create a second tactic. Jesus, that's just gone wide. We lost the ball out in their half on the left and nearly letting a goal. I do worry that in midfield maybe we're not strong enough. Bandinelli now. First time, that was crap. What are you doing, Bandinelli? Oh, Williams. I think their guys are having good games as well. Let's not put that past them. But no. This is not cool, man. What is going on? They've got 3 players forward against 4 defenders, 6 defenders now, and we're letting them play the ball round us. What the? Boys. How can we go 4-1 up, 4-0 up, and we've let them bring it all the way back? Close them down. Tight marking. Hamer, what are you doing? You absolute freaking Jesus. That just hit the post from about 30 yards, and then they missed the rebound. What are we doing here? We should have won this easily. So clearly we've got a problem defensively. We'll have to watch out for that. And look, why are you giving away the ball, Kai? You were clearly on retained possession. Can we sneak it now? Armstrong. Wow. That was the end. That wasn't good, was it? That wasn't good at all. Oren Jackson had a shite game. Aggressive. That wasn't good enough. We were 4-0 up. There's no... Welcome to the championship with MK Dons, guys. So yeah, that wasn't good. That was interesting. You got 8 goals in your first game of the season, so I'm hoping you guys will be back for more, and we will be back for. Let's come back for QPR game, shall we? We'll get the Leyton Orient game out of the way, the EFL Cup first round. Hopefully we'll have a couple of cup runs this season, help boost that rep. And then, yeah, we've got Hull, Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall, and then we will be back for QPR and Nottingham Forest, 2 playoff rivals. Let's just have a look. Who did come down? So we've got Villa in with us. Watford must have come down this season. No one screaming out, though, as a big team that's going to come out here and dominate. Portsmouth up in the Championship. That's good to see. But, yeah, there's a lot of mid-range big teams like QPR, Villa, Hull, Sunderland, Watford. Watford will probably look out to go and boss this, won't they? But we've got some players in there. It's good to see. But that is the first game done. All over. I hope to see you back tomorrow for the next episode. And when we get into the season a bit more, build a couple of second tactics. Let me know what you think of the transfers. Let me know what you think we should do with Pat Crane. And I'll see you back next time. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.